We will now reveal Helena Blavatsky's mystical insights on what truly happens to our soul when our physical body dies. According to Blavatsky's esoteric teachings, the soul embarks on a transcendent journey through unseen realms, a process of purification and awakening, far beyond simplistic notions of heaven, hell, or oblivion. Have you ever genuinely wondered what awaits in those moments after your final breath? Is it divine paradise, a final judgment, or simply nothingness? In 1889, Helena Blavatsky answered this age-old question in her controversial book, The Key to Theosophy. Her revelations might transform your understanding of death, the afterlife, and rebirth, revealing the true purpose behind the continuous cycle your inner self has always participated in. Her wisdom explains why we can't remember our past lives, why spiritually advanced beings actually reject heaven, and most importantly, how your current actions will shape the conditions you'll experience after death. Her hidden map of existence reveals why you're here, where you go when you leave, and how each lifetime shapes the next. At the moment of death, Blavatsky describes a mysterious phenomenon, a panoramic life review, where you witness your entire existence in perfect detail. This phenomenon has now been confirmed by modern science through the documentation of near-death experiences. In The Key to Theosophy, she wrote,
"At the moment of death, every person sees their entire life marshaled before them in its minutest details."
In this profound moment, your everyday awareness merges with your higher essence, allowing you to view your entire life's path from above. For the first time, you directly experience the true justice behind your life's joys and sorrows through your own awakened spiritual vision. Here, you first recognize how karma, the law of cause and effect, has shaped your journey, a principle that will become increasingly clear as your afterlife journey unfolds. This moment brings cosmic recognition, where your perception expands beyond normal limitations. After this awakening, you undergo an essential purification phase, a metaphysical cleansing center, before entering bliss. Blavatsky called this stage Kamaloka, meaning the place of desire. Like a cleansing fire, this process burns away attachments and illusions collected during your earthly life. Consider someone whose life revolved around material acquisition, perhaps a wealthy business person, who defined themselves entirely by their possessions, status, and influence. In Kamaloka, they experience the gradual dissolution of this identity as these attachments are systematically confronted and released. Without a physical body to gratify desires, these cravings become painfully apparent yet impossible to satisfy, creating the necessary conditions for their release. The duration of this purification varies with your earthly attachments. A life built around physical pleasures, wealth, status, or power requires longer, more challenging processes, like ice taking longer to melt than snow. Lives focused on inner growth, compassion, and transcendent wisdom transition more quickly and easily. Your afterlife emerges from the quality of your consciousness. This explains why genuine mediums rarely contact actual beings during seances. They often reach merely shells, empty remnants of personalities left behind as the higher self moves to elevated states, similar to a discarded snakeskin rather than the snake itself. After purification, when earthly attachments dissolve, a state of profound bliss awaits, what Blavatsky called Devachan, literally the dwelling of the gods. Devachan exists as a state of being created by your own highest aspirations, noblest dreams, and purest ideals. Blavatsky described it as a condition, a state of mental bliss based on the ethereal elements of your previous life. Imagine experiencing a lucid dream perfectly aligned with your highest nature, filled with fulfillment and joy beyond what earthly language can express. Here, your deepest spiritual hopes manifest as living reality around you. In Devachan, one remains unaware of sorrows still unfolding on earth. This temporary separation allows complete healing and rejuvenation. A connection to earthly suffering would prevent the restorative bliss needed for our evolution. As Blavatsky wrote,
"No pain or shadow of sorrow darkens the bright horizon of the soul's pure joy."
This addresses a common question about traditional afterlife beliefs. In Devachan, we experience bliss through temporary release from awareness of earthly pain. This blissful state serves the same purpose between lives as sleep does between days, restoration and integration. Human existence can exhaust the life force. Without periods of rest and healing, metaphysical evolution would falter. As Blavatsky explained,
the soul is too battered by life's waves to pass from one existence to another without rest between the two.
Devachan also enables spiritual assimilation. Just as your body processes nourishment during sleep, your higher self in Devachan absorbs and integrates lessons from your previous life. During life, you gather seeds of wisdom, love, and understanding. During this restful afterlife, those seeds bloom into deeper growth. Your consciousness undergoes digestive sleep for karmic lessons, transforming experiences into wisdom carried forward into your next life. Devachan also preserves your spiritual individuality. While specific personalities fade, your core essence, your higher qualities and wisdom remains intact, becoming your metaphysical signature across lifetimes. After Devachan, a mystery emerges as we return to Earth. Why don't we remember our past lives? If we've lived before, wouldn't remembering those experiences help our spiritual growth? And why can't science definitively prove the existence of past life memories? Blavatsky explains that memories of past lives become veiled at birth to protect our development and emotional well-being. Consider, your current family members, friends, or partners might have been enemies in past lives. Recalling those conflicts would prevent building fresh, loving relationships.
If people knew who they were and who others had been in relation to them in past lives,
Blavatsky noted,
many would detest those they now love, including their own parents, siblings, and children.
the veil of forgetfulness allows fresh starts and unbiased relationships. Past experiences remain encoded in your character, instincts, and intuition. But specific memories fade, so each life unfolds with openness. Regarding scientific evidence, Blavatsky would view the memory-veiling mechanism as an essential feature of reincarnation, not a flaw in the theory. Occasional breakthrough memories, particularly in young children who sometimes recall detailed past lives, represent exceptions where the veil temporarily thins before fully forming. This forgetfulness prevents overwhelm from thousands of years of accumulated memories, allows approach to relationships without prejudices, creates space for new learning, and enables facing karmic lessons objectively, without the emotional baggage of knowing their origins. Eventually, your time in Devachan concludes. After assimilating your previous life experiences, your essence feels drawn back toward incarnation by what Blavatsky called the thirst for existence, an inner pull toward material experience. This vision vanishes after birth as the veil of forgetfulness descends, allowing each life to begin fresh while carrying forward karmic patterns from previous existences. Your new life arrives precisely calibrated to help develop needed strengths, correct past mistakes, and expand spiritually. Your birth conditions reflect exactly what your evolving consciousness requires for its next growth stage. While most follow this cycle of death, purification, rest, and rebirth, certain exceptional beings choose a different path that transcends the normal afterlife journey. Blavatsky identified these rare individuals as Nirmanakayas, enlightened ones, having earned permanent transcendent bliss, voluntarily remaining connected to Earth out of compassion for humanity. These spiritual adepts postpone their liberation to guide and protect others still struggling. These beings form what Theosophy calls the guardian wall, working invisibly to guide human evolution, inspire great thinkers, and assist humanity during critical periods. They embody the highest potential within all of us, the journey from self-concern toward universal compassion. Understanding the afterlife transforms our approach to daily choices. What awaits beyond death emerges directly from the consciousness you cultivate now. Karma functions as metaphysical physics, a natural law where actions generate corresponding effects. Blavatsky rejected the idea of each birth creating a new soul. Instead, she recognized an eternal spiritual essence, a monad, evolving through many lifetimes. This monad represents the true you behind all temporary identities. Your current circumstances reflect karmic patterns from previous lives, yet your future remains unwritten. Karma provides precisely the conditions needed for growth. Your response to these conditions, with awareness or unconsciousness, determines whether lessons come gently or through difficulty. Consider karma as gardening. Acts of kindness, compassion, and generosity plant seeds that blossom as future joy, while selfishness, cruelty, or deception grow into challenges and suffering. Nothing stands permanently fixed. Right now, you can transform your garden by planting positive karmic seeds that reshape future experiences. Understanding karma transforms ethics from abstract concepts into practical necessities. The great gift Blavatsky uncovered is that you're not disconnected from your future reality. Each day you live is preparation, planting seeds you'll eventually harvest. With each breath, your path becomes clearer through the simple act of living consciously and compassionately in the present moment. Take strength in knowing this truth. Death is not an end, but a doorway to deeper dimensions of existence. You are not merely a body with consciousness, you are consciousness itself, temporarily experiencing physical life to evolve toward greater awareness. You are soul, spirit, an eternal traveler, and the co-creator of your future incarnations. If Blavatsky's teachings resonated with you, delve into the source. For those seeking deeper understanding, Blavatsky's book, The Key to Theosophy, offers a wealth of insights on these matters. This ancient wisdom awaits reclamation, not as religious dogma or abstract philosophy, but as living knowledge that illuminates your past, present, and future. The keys to understanding your immortal nature have been preserved through time, waiting for those ready to receive them. Whether you explore further or simply contemplate these ideas, remember that awareness itself is the first step in conscious evolution. Knowing these forgotten keys to spiritual growth, reincarnation, karma, purification, and conscious evolution, what will you choose? What seeds would you begin to plant? In life, we sow the seeds of our next existence. Your future self is counting on you.